Cisco's Medieval Ultimate is considered to be one of the most difficult mod packs by a lot of players, some even calling it outright impossible. Now, I already did 100 days on this pack a few months ago, but this is completely different. I'm here to prove a point. I'm here to beat this quote-unquote impossible pack with only a wooden sword and leather armor, while simultaneously wrecking my previous records from both Cisco's Dragonfire and my Ultimate run. Now, the goals are very straightforward. Defeat Descendant Cisco, the final new boss, defeat the Cataclysmic Gate, which I personally believe is the hardest thing to tackle in this pack, and then getting my wooden sword to do more damage than what this video did to my sleep schedule. And I guess to prove that Apotheosis sucks for the most part. No offense. Yeah, that's about it. Enjoy the video. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, but also it's not 100 days, so like, we can basically do whatever we want, but this video could also take forever, or it could be really quick. Like, it depends how well this goes. By far, the hardest part about this challenge is going to be the early game. We are not going to be able to do much damage. We won't be able to get much done. Everything is just going to feel super unfair. Obviously, I mean, we're using a wooden sword and leather armor. My main problem with that is just durability. I think we're going to struggle a lot with durability. So we need to figure out ways to get strong without engaging with mobs and bosses early on. We're going to play the game like a rat initially, and we have to do our best to not die. We're gonna do Birds of Paradise. I don't know how he nerfed Birds of Paradise or whatever it's called. I think he just made it so that you can't wear chainmail or higher, which doesn't matter for us. Okay, this is a pretty whack spawn. Okay, I just need to change my active abilities real quick. There we go. It's like we never left. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go up here real quick and we need to claim our wooden sword. Our very first one. We're probably gonna be making a few. And it's probably also a good time to state the rules. I'm only allowed to use a wooden sword and leather armor. I've made it extreme. I'm not allowed to use any other armor except leather armor. Yeah, we're limited to this, but other than that, I can use whatever I want. I can use like a better pickaxe. I'm only allowed to deal damage with my wooden sword, but like we're limited to the worst type of armor and the worst type of weapon. I mean, you could probably go down to like a wooden knife or something stupid, but I feel like the wooden sword is more universally recognized. So the reason why I chose the Bird of Paradise in my original run was to go loot a bunch of structures that could give you champion loot bags, but here's going to be a little bit different. We're going to use this Bird of Paradise to basically get ourselves out of sticky situations, because we won't be able to fight. Like, that is just a fact. Fighting with a wooden sword on this mod pack is not going to work out in the early game. So we need to use this to go loot structures safely and get out of trouble as quickly as possible. And I also need to try and get a bunch of accessories early on. Now, by far the most difficult part would be to get through the early game with the worst weapon and armor. I would have to slowly build up my resources to begin with gem smithing, and as you can imagine, getting overpowered with terrible equipment was going to require me to build a farm, but that is easier said than done. The biggest problem is getting one-shotted. Without damage reduction or the frostfang, I would have to avoid mobs like the plague until I could actually tank a few hits. Hunt about, loot about, and ooh, yeah, this is going to be a lot more difficult than what I initially expected it to be. I need to get my leather armor quick. It's not going to do much. Like, we're not going to be doing much anyway. Like, even if I do get leather armor, it's not going to help. This is why I'm a Bird of Paradise. Like, we want to get a lot of gems early on. We want to get them quickly. Yeah, the whole point of this video is to show that Apotheosis ruins most mod packs, so don't add it to your mod pack. It could work. Like, I feel like this is probably the only mod pack where it works somewhat well, but it just creates such an unbalanced mess of a mod pack. This Orb of the Origins is going to come in clutch later on. You know what? I can actually start doing this as well. We want to begin with this skill tree. Surprisingly, wooden armor is better than leather armor. I guess that makes sense to some degree. Yeah, we're just collecting all of these gems. They don't have much importance to us right now. Oh, we got leather pants. 2 sockets. Not bad. We're gonna have to enchant early on, I think. That's probably gonna be the best way to survive basic mob attacks. It's gonna be enchanting. Ooh, a pretty good adventure kit. I made use of champion loot bags a lot, but we're not going to be able to use... Well, it's not going to be that useful to us, except if we want to get, like, netherite or... I don't know. You know, it's not that... It's not valuable to us as much as what it was in the original one. Oh! That scared me so badly. Backpack acquired. Now we can start storing our gems. A whole bunch of gems. We can go to the nether. We can go into the nether, get quartz. And then we have... Okay, it's not gonna be that bad. It's just... I don't like going to the nether right now. Whoa, full leather set. In this economy? Dude. I just realized finding natural leather early on is probably going to be better. But, okay, well, we got like really basic protection that's not going to do much at all, but it is what it is. So here's my plan. Leather armor is not durable, but we do have two options to keep it alive. We have mending or life mending. Life mending takes incoming healing and uses that to repair your equipment, where normal mending relies on experience. So the best option would be to get lifesteal on my wooden sword, and then my armor would basically be indestructible with life mending. This would also cover it during boss fights because I would constantly heal from hitting the boss. So I sprung to work on getting a bunch of sticks that I can trade in for emeralds. And then I could probably just buy life mending from a villager or anything else that would help out in the early game, like Silk Touch. Oh, no way, I just got Silk Touch. Okay, so this guy is out of the picture. Nice, we can now loot this. Dude, why am I getting these tablets? What is going on? We want to... Yeah, like we're looking for this. We're looking for any equipment that has an attribute on top of it. That way we can salvage it down for some better things. Oh no. All of these tablets. Ooh, damage. Whoa. Ew. Oh. That is nice. That is a very, very welcome surprise. It's spleef, nerd. What? That is scary. That is so scary. Oh! Get me out of here. I got champion loot bags though. I didn't expect to find this because people were complaining that it's super rare now, but I think you fixed it in this latest update. It's just like we can't really use anything here. I think the best that we can do, I mean, it could be good to trade in for gems. Sort of fixed that. Okay, but the reason why I did that was for some diamonds, because we can now get some new backpacks. But I think I'm anyway gonna have to find like a floating village soon. We're gonna begin trading our way up a little bit. There's one spell stone that we need to find. I probably need to go loot like a bunch of heavenly challenges too. Maybe that's like the next thing I quickly go loot. Like for now, we just need to loot, get stacked so we have enough stuff. When I'm looting these things, I'm looking for... Oh no. Forgot about that. How can I forget about that? That is actually crazy that my brain just decided not to work on that one. And like the side I dig out on is the side of the fence in front of it. This game is after me, dude. I'm gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do about our armor situation. Life mending 3. Good. Kills. Okay, see, this already is difficult. Just killing regular mobs is kind of difficult. If we get protection, what is it, 10 on our leather set, that should be decent for most bosses, if not really good. I'm gonna pre-gap and then we steal the moon. Oh, what? What are the odds of that? Yeah, I mean, let's just spleef him. This is the thing that we need. Yes. Charm of the Hellblade. That is going to be massive damage early on. Probably throughout the entire thing, honestly. I'm not entirely sure, though. Okay, but I think let's go look for a floating village. Out of Gem of the Warlords, even though they're cracked and stuff, it doesn't matter. We do have a Silk Touch book that we're probably going to use soon, and we have a lot of weapons that we can salvage down into mythical materials, or whatever it's called. So I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to the Nether real quick so that we can unlock the rest of the quest chapter for reforging and stuff. We can also begin working on the gem farm, which should be fun to do. This is scary. Go back in.
Sulfur in the air. Sharp.
Yeah. You need to mine 1 quartz in the Nether. Quartz. Dude. This place is terrible. It's genuinely a terrible place to be in. Just get a bunch of quartz. I don't know what we need quartz for, but let's just get it. Okay, get out. Let's see. 1 coin. Okay, now we can do the gem cutting stuff. So what I can do now is... Whoa. Because I threw out a champion coin. Good. Ooh. Okay, netherite ingots is not bad. And an orb of origins. Also not bad. Like, that could have been worse. Let's do that. Yeah, ball. Okay, cool. Multi-tool acquired. No. What is this? I think it's one of those wannabe in-city things over here. Good progress on the skill tree too. It is currently day 9, technically, so I don't think it's terrible pace. I actually think we're doing pretty well. Dude, I'm getting sniped by the villagers. Okay. There we go. Nice. Alright, now we locate a sky village and we get set up. So, now we need to take some of these gems. I think anything goes. Let's see. Toss that all in a corner. And then we plop an anvil. Top of it. And then we get ourselves gem dust. Those stay needs to turn into a simple reforging table, which we can actually do. Let me just go to the other one so I don't ruin my little living area. We need copper and we need another witch tower. Or I can just make another enchanting table, but like, that's kind of boring. It's kind of for nerds. Boom. We get a little bit of arcane sands, and we can actually upgrade almost right away. That is still a little scary though. It means we have to go back to the nether. We need to get netherrack, or we need to find another fortress without getting hit. I'm gonna pre-gap because like I don't trust this. Okay, it is netherrack. Okay, there we go. Upgraded reforging table. Boom. Okay, then we can claim Godforge Pearl as well. They don't give you a lot here, but over on Dragonfly I think they give you 32, which is kind of crazy. Things get a little tricky here. I got the bare minimum here to reforge my equipment with some basic stats. Not enough to avoid death completely though. My go-to weapon in this mod pack is the Frostfang because it completely stops damage from going over 40% of your max health. And sadly, I can't use that in this run. But there is an alternative and it's called the Caged Heart. And lucky for me, that accessory actually drops from the very first boss in the mod pack. I just had to reforge my sword and accessories to pull off just enough damage to one-shot this boss and then secure the Caged Heart. The Caged Heart basically negates a lot of damage that exceeds a quarter of my max health. In the early game, it won't matter that much, but late game, when we have more health, it will scale nicely. It is important to note though that it doesn't completely stop the damage, it only takes away some of it. So we need to get a librarian villager real quick, and then I need to trade. I think mending for now will be fine. Like I can build the Soulfish farm in a way where I can get the XP still, maybe. Like also the armor, like I don't know. This is the difficult thing because we don't have good lifesteal yet. Oh, wait. That's a really good deal for Life Mending 3. I'm gonna have to take that deal. On everything though, it's expensive. I mean, yeah, sure, let me do that. I want to start reforging actually, like the things that I already have. So let me take like this ring, and to reforge it, we need a material and then we need some dust alongside with it. Lifesteal. Wait, this one is lifesteal. And a bunch of empty sockets. Ooh. I mean, it's technically, it's gonna be a waste, but it's not because we're gonna make a farm. So like for now, this is not bad. I'll take that. Okay, our wooden sword just got a whole lot more fancier, but it's still really terrible to use. I'm gonna start throwing some of these things inside the salvaging table and see what we can get out of it. Not bad. This one. Like that one is so good. The intricate one. Maybe we can get... Ooh, wait, there's another one here too. It's just we don't have any... We need to get more arcane sands for that. There we go. This is good. Yeah, this is like the base value we can get for a ring right now. Yeah, and already we should see an improvement here in our stats. Look at that. Crit chance already 35%. So ideally we want to get this one to 100% first before we start investing like crazy into crit damage alone. Okay, well then next ring it is. Let's just see what we can get for now. Oh! Another one. That was like instant. Yeah, look at that. Okay, that's really good. I don't want to reforge this just yet, although it's probably a good idea if we do that. Okay, so it's already actually not bad. Like, we're doing really good damage. I enabled shaders. Dude, you know what I actually like about Cisco's? Well, this modpack specifically is that Cisco actually optimized the shader pack a little bit more for the modpack. So you made the shader a little worse quality-wise, but it actually runs really well on this modpack. Like, I don't see a lot of modpacks doing that. This one is good. We take that. Okay, it's not looking bad. We might be able... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did we see that? What was that damage? We just had like a crazy 1,000 damage from that first shot. What happened there? Okay, so... Okay, well, this is not a perfect one, but... this is like the thing though, because it's... No, we want this on our sword, because then we get effect power as well. This should boost our damage nicely. Yep. Okay, well, as you can see, our wooden sword that's supposed to do 4 damage is now doing 2,000 damage of crits. There's a lot of people that always ask me about tutorials for these things. I think they need their own dedicated video, but to summarize it, because, you know, a lot of people might be new to Cisco's in general, or they just don't understand. Like, the whole point of this video is to show that Apotheosis is so destructive to a modpack if you don't know how to balance it well. I've told Cisco before, if he makes a modpack that doesn't have Apotheosis in it, and only the custom content that he has, like, let's look at this. Look at this. Like, this is crazy. Like, the stuff he adds is pretty cool. If he had his own modpack where this actually mattered, then it would be pretty cool. But yeah, just like a quick tutorial. I mean, this is the gem cutting station. This is where you upgrade your gems to be perfect. You just upgrade them in here. This is where you reforge. Reforging is arguably the most important thing here to get crit damage and crit chance. I think once you get 100% crit chance, it does say there the minimum is 0% and the maximum is 1,000. I don't think it matters if you go past 100%. I'm not entirely sure. That is one thing I'm not sure about, but I do know, like, you want 100% crit chance, so every hit is a crit. And then it all depends on how much damage I have here. So you can see that by my modifiers, my quiver is giving 17% crit damage, and then 22.5 and 20% from both rings. This alone gives 30%. Plus 24%, so a lot. If we hold this, you can see it's 264% crit damage on just this alone. The thing now is, like, damage isn't a problem. Like, our damage is going to get crazy eventually, trust me, it is going to get crazy, but the problem is our survivability. We are going to get one-shotted unless we can kill one boss. The boss that we need to kill is the first boss in the modpack's progression, not Ignis in the Deus chapter. That is where we need to be. And we need to get rotten flesh. This boss is going to allow us to get an AliExpress Frostfang-like accessory. Yes, we have to kill this boss in like under 10 seconds before it goes into its second phase. The first phase, it drops bombs on top of you. And the second phase, it will charge into you. And I will definitely die. Anything can still one-shot me. Level 1, so he should be the lowest level. I should just fly up immediately and then hit him with a crit. That should kill him. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. No, I missed. Oh my word, thank goodness. Okay, he was about to charge at me. Okay, I think that's the thing that we need, or the thing I was talking about. So it reduces damage that exceeds a quarter of max health. Okay, here we go. Caged heart. Hopefully this thing doesn't have durability. It needs a body slot. What is on my body slot? Okay. How I understand this now is we have a mini Frostfang attached to our body. I'm gonna have to take this one. There we go. What does that say? It doesn't really matter what that says. Okay, now... Ooh, dude. We are getting close to that 100% crit chance. Now it was time to grab swordfish spawners for my farm. This is arguably the most dangerous part of the entire mod pack, as I have to go down into a stronghold and tank it out. Yeah, because honestly after this is just gonna be me spending time in front of a farm until I'm overpowered enough. That's just how this mod pack works. We need a midnight robe. That is gonna be something that'll fix a lot of our problems. That's a spawner. Soulfish spawner? So you can get more than one from one stronghold. Oh, that scared me. Where's that magic mirror? Will this work? It does work. Okay, that's good. If something goes wrong, I'm pulling out the magic mirror. Yep. That does damage. Okay, that's fine. I feel like that would have killed me if I didn't have that cage. But then again, I don't know if projectiles scale with all the other damage because I know the blazes don't scale like that. Okay, he's quick. I don't like that. I don't like that. You know what? Let's get out of here. Holy. So, let's put the spawners in here maybe. 1, 2 spawners, and we also got clocks for them. So that's going to be 2, 2. Nice. Okay. We got more champion loot bags. Not good. Not good. Oh my word, please. Drop the wither skull. There we go. Okay, there is like a mini fountain room here, so we can get another one and then we have 4 spawners. I think it's not aggressive, is it? Okay, no, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I heavily dislike right now. Yeah. Nice. I can hear little tappy taps of creepers running around and I don't like it. Okay, no, I think I'm just gonna wing it like I usually do with these farms. If I make this farm, we should get good XP too. And with that XP, you know, we can always just buy more skill points. Oh, look at this. If I get mushrooms, I can make fermented spider eyes. And then we can buff the spawners a little bit. We're gonna see how well they act with just the stuff that I currently have on them. Okay, so the other thing that we can do here is we could probably build our house up here with the spawner. I'm going to do what they are doing, sort of. I'm going to wing it. I'm not actually going to do directly what they are doing. But, so this is going to be the chamber where the soulfish are going to fall into. Imagine if this wooden sword run is better than all the 100 days that I've done on Cisco. So Dragonfire and Ultimate. That would be crazy to think about. It's super scuffed, but it is what it is. Trapdoors are just going to prevent them from exiting. Whoops, can I stop doing that? And then, oh my word. Okay, we're adding a guardrail. Soulfish are going to get funneled into here. We're going to hit them. Speaking of which, I probably need to get Sweeping Edge on this thing. Do I have Sweeping Edge? Another set of trapdoors to prevent them from falling out of this little funnel system that we have here. Ideally, when you work with a single spawner, like in vanilla, you go 5 out on each side. I'm not sure what the height is, but we're going to say 5. So like I said, with vanilla, you want to go out 5, but because they're 4 clumped together, I think 6 is going to work better. That the math doesn't math there, but it's gonna math. How far will that go? It's gonna go to this point. So, do I build the spawner one higher then? Let's build another layer on top of this one. It's gonna be really expensive resource-wise, but that's okay. Now we do a water bucket. And then we're gonna go to these edges over here. Yeah, well, they're gonna fall off. Although I think that's gonna work though. Okay, I definitely messed this one up. Okay, that actually works. I messed one up somehow. I don't know, but it doesn't matter that much. That looks like it could work. I don't see any corner where they might get stuck in, so... Okay, now... Okay, I think before I close it off, we should first fix the spawners. Basically, what needs to happen now is we need to take off 4 spawners. All of these have 1 chorus fruit in them already. Now we need to feed them sugar. If we look here... I don't know if you can see this. It's probably like super blurry, but... Oh, the fermented spider has the spawn count. Okay, we don't have to get ghast's. Okay, so... We have 4. We can do... Yeah, we can do that. And then we can have... I can like buff one to the extreme. Oh, they all just spawned here. 2, 2, 2, 2. And then we super buff one. Okay, that should be enough. 19 though. How can I distribute that? So then they get 5 each, which is good. I think that should be okay-ish. We're gonna have to see. Let me finish building this top area. I'm gonna build it one more, and then we can close it off. I think this might be the best farm that I've built in a Cisco spec yet. Well, I mean, the only farm that I've built was... Well, on Dragonfire I built a bunch of different little terrible farms just to get a few soulfish in. But this one is like set up for long term. That is the sound of success right there. Okay, that should be good. Let me claim these chunks. It's difficult to hit those ones, so I think I need to make like a... Even like a carpet would actually work there. Oh, it's already working, dude. That's how this works. See, I can't hit them when they're spinning like this. I mean, mending would actually work here because of healing. Oh, where's the dummy? I can heal myself with the dummy. That will heal the sword for some reason. I've been on and off farming now for like maybe 3 hours or so. Where I'm farming now does impact the drop rates on Godforged spells and I think higher rarity gems. So this is what we made in about 3 hours. So 5 sigils of socketing, which is huge. This is meh. I also added mine from like just looting normally. We got some hardy jewels, brawler gems, gem of the samurai, loads of these. And then we got some Godforged spells. And yeah, a stack of netherite scrap. It's actually... It's not bad. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start combining gems. I do have a full leather set here waiting for me. Let's begin right away with these hardy jewels. Okay, we were able to get a normal hardy jewel and a flawless one. So I believe these go on your leggings. Flawless. And that will make a perfect gem. The whole point of this is not to get overpowered immediately. This is just to kind of beef us up for the first few bosses and to prepare us for both the nether and the end so that we can freely traverse it without worrying too much. Yeah, this is like every gem that I have here. I just don't have another matching one. So we got one perfect gem of the samurai. So I think we might be able to get one perfect gem here, if the math isn't wrong. Yeah, we were able to make one perfect warlord gem. Yeah, with the brawler ones, we have... The best one here is flawless, chipped, and flawed. See, if I put this on my core armor, it reduces the physical damage by a lot. So what would I want from this? I don't know what you would want on the armor. I guess max health. This is a lot of max health. 7 max health, 8 max health. Yeah, we do this. That is good. We take that. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, but for now we're gonna settle with this. So, that in, get that in. We got a perfect slipstream. On the boots? Wait, that might go crazy. Yo, perfect slipstream. Let's go. So this is going to give us a 15% dodge chance. And then I'm going to put on some of these weaker ones too. I'm actually going to do that because the brawler gem, like the brawler gem is only good on a shield. Honestly, I was considering the whole brawler gem thing. The problem is that we need to get a really good shield then. How this build works that I'm going for is we're going to have a bow with a bunch. Okay, yeah, now that I think of it, this is not going to work yet. So we can put the bow away for now. And we're going to build a shield of these brawler gems that we have. I like this one because it has lifesteal and we need lifesteal to stay alive. Where's this? We're going to do one of these. And one of these. Okay, we already should see a big increase in our damage here. Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. We're almost going to peak at 10k damage. But see, I want to put that in... I think my chest plates. I know we're not bound to time. What? Oh yeah, that's true. I wasn't here for a few days. It's already day 40, but I was like AFK for 9 days without farming them. That's like the cool thing about this is our days are not really limited to 100, but still. I'm gonna put this on my chest plates. A little bit of extra health. Physical damage taken is reduced by 10%. I don't know, that just sounds good to me. Like, if we take this with this one, let's do this. Can I do it again? Okay, you can't do it again. But like 20% is a lot. I'm gonna do it on the chestplate as well, why not? Okay. But we gotta make it a good shield though, that does not have immortality on it. So now we're gonna use the sigil of socketing on this. Yeah, it's a lot of max health. And then we can do like plus 20% armor. I don't know how well that's gonna scale, but it is what it is. Okay. Now we should see a fat increase in our health. I should enchant at some point too for protection 10 on everything. That is important when it comes to the leather armor part. Leather armor and protection 10 is kind of really important, but then we need to set up bookshelves. And that could be toxic, depending on how much effort that's going to take. This will ensure that it will not break. Life mending is easily better than mending, I feel, especially in this mod pack. Okay, now, actually, I can probably make ether accessories right away. And that's not what we want. Mimic. Whoa. She did not go down easily. Oh, why are you guys spawning in front of me? Like, I don't really want to test their damage. I'm really scared of them. That is a good one. Okay, I guess now we can start with the enchanting. Next up was to enchant my leather armor with the highest protection possible. Now, I already had the health to tank some hits, but a high level of protection combined with the cage heart will allow us to get most of the pack down without any hassle. Now, it's already at this point where I sort of realized that I could potentially beat this pack without going to the end or any of the other dimensions, which would be really funny because in all my other runs, I was kind of forced to go to those dimensions because I thought that's how you get overpowered quicker. But no, we are playing Cisco's where if you don't build the farm, you're kind of cooked. Yeah, and now we can make this thing, which is the enchantment library. This thing is pretty cool because it will allow us to store enchants, but I first want to infuse all of these ones too. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how this thing works, but something is not right because I have infused seashelves here. They are clearly better than the bookshelves. But see, they don't give enchanting power, which is, I guess, the problem. As you can see, the enchants are pretty garbage, but maybe they are not garbage. Like, I don't know what's going on here. What I'm going to do now is I think I'm going to upgrade it another time. So we're going to go get, because to upgrade it once again, all we need is prismarine. The main problem that I have right now is the enchants, like they don't look good, but according to this thing, they are good. Go grab lapis and I could try to enchant a little bit and see what I get. Okay, that's about all that I can store for now. Protection 5 on that. I think we might be able to get protection 5 on everything, which is really good. It's obviously not protection 10 or anything, but it is protection 5, which is kind of nice already. Is it because it's leather that is not bad? That might literally be it. Okay, so we got protection 5 on everything. Now I think breaking would actually be good. Stop that. I mean, we have a lot of HP, so I don't think we will get one-shotted. Oh, it's this guy. Oh. I think we do this. This will go directly on one of my hand slots. Nice, let's reforge that while we at it. It's a little weird fighting the bosses out of Frostfang, but this definitely feels a little bit more secure as well. Not being bound to a Frostfang is also kind of nice. Oh, it's the marble guy. Oh, sorry, the other way around. If you use the Frostfang, you need to use the Ace of Iron, but we can also make this. Dude, we're doing 422% crit damage. Yeah. It's getting real now. The spawner can also be purchased from the Cisco's workshop. Bing bada boom. Yeah. Wooden sword, by the way. Okay, let's try Rosalind. God, how this thing works. Oh, you just hit this. What is she doing? It stands still so I can hit this. You weirdo. Alright, come here. They don't really attack, so I can't really see what the damage is on them. I'm gonna put it in the intro. I was thinking I'm gonna do an intro similar to Beyond Depth's intro, where I just put like a bunch of things on the screen when people say the pack is impossible, because I also thought the pack was extremely hard initially. You won't believe what I'm about to tell you, but this wooden sword round with the leather armor is already like, I think maybe 3 times better than my first ever ultimate run that was on YouTube. Not Dragonfire, ultimate. But what I want to do right now is I want to go gem hunting. Like the adventurers get the thing that I have. What can happen is, let's say you get lucky and you get a flawless warlord gem in one chest. There's a chance that it will get multiplied for like 4 more warlord gems in the same chest. Holy wait, that's such a good bow. Yeah, look at this. I just got 2 warlord gems from one chest. Then we need Radiant Essence, which means we need to fight the Wither. But the good news is the Wither is actually not that bad in this pack. The first Wither you fight in this pack is really easy. Like, you can fight him pretty early on. I don't even think you need the Frostfang. Obviously, I'm going to do it without the Frostfang, but, you know, in general. It's time for das Wither.
Countless dead souls merged into abomination of such terrible form
see that
it
toxic
defies description.
thing you just did?
The earth
It's
is
a spiky
stained
Wither.
by the very presence of this foul creature.
Come here, boy. Oh! Okay.
The world breathes relieved.
Guys, this is a wooden sword, by the way. That's the issue with this mod pack. I'm outputting a crazy amount of damage. The deciding factor will be, like, obviously we do not want to get one-shotted. No burning arena in 10,000 blocks. That has to be so trolly. What? Wow, we're gonna have to fly far for that then. Dude, the problem is that is like 10,000 blocks away from spawn. Yeah, I'm a little nervous because this is really far out. I'm scared. They got 3,000 health. Okay, wait. Okay, no, that is a lot of damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. But you know, that means we probably can't just tank Ignis. That almost killed my shield. And me. Dude, it's just like, Ignis is all the way out here, which really sucks. Like, what level is this guy gonna be? And why can't I break this? Please don't be crazy. It's a vampiric one. Okay, let's think about this. Let's think about this. When would be a good time to hit him? I want to test the damage. That was like nothing. That was no damage, but he didn't one-shot me. Something is up. What is going on? Wait. Wait, what is going on? Am I bugged? There we go. There was like some damage to that. Why am I not taking damage? Maybe the second phase will be different. They just hit me, but like, what? I would really like to know what is doing that. I would really like to know. Do I have like so much physical protection against him that some of his hits just simply won't activate? That is my theory. Like, we're not doing a crazy amount of damage, but it's still a lot for how far out we are as well. Jellyfish necklace is so good. Wooden sword, by the way. Wooden sword, leather armor, by the way. Oh, I'm out healing him. Oh no, buddy. He's doing damage to me, but it doesn't matter because I'm out healing him. No! Okay, we're fine. I was a little scared. Boom. It's so weird. Is he? He's dead. We got 12 Ignatium. That is a really good sign. We did that without a Frostfang. We did take a lot of damage here and there, but we were out healing him. The only real way he was able to do damage to me was when I wasn't able to hit him because of a scuffed hitbox. Okay. We need to get maxed out on gems, and we need to max out our crit chance. Like, we need to max out all our accessories. Just trying to think where would be the best place to build a farm to find gems. Yeah, let's take one of these scrolls real quick. This is going to be a super stupid idea. We reset it back to this, and then we're going to get Hunter. Let's go down here real quick. Get all of these. Okay, so our crit damage is going to be hurt a lot now. Yeah, that's like the best that we can do for now. So our crit damage is going to be... Okay, never mind. It's not hurt at all. I thought it would be hurt more, but I remember the skill tree is a little different. Okay, so now we should see more mob drops, but like I said, I'm going to rebuild this farm a few blocks out. Boom. Now the next stage is just building the mid-game farm. This has to be 100,000 blocks from spawn to access level 750 mobs. Now this is basically just there to give me better drops on God-Forged Pearls, that way I can reforge all my accessories for more crit damage. Now I'll save you the trouble of me just building this monstrosity of a farm. But yeah, this is all that is left basically. After this farm, I can pretty much just one-tap everything in the modpack, which is also kind of why I decided not to go too deep into the Deus chapter, because it would be really boring to watch. The goal for this video was to just finally beat the Cataclysmic Gate, which I couldn't do before, and doing it with a wooden sword is hilarious to me for some reason. And then also taking down the final Cisco boss, Descended Cisco, or whatever it's called. Look how much XP I'm getting. This farm is mega chalk, but I think it's working pretty well. Oh yeah. Look at that. Okay, so I've been setting out this farm now for like maybe like 3 days. The farm itself is a mess. It's definitely not working how it should be working because I got lazy with the design. But I mean, it is doing what it's supposed to. If you look at this box, we have a lot of gem dust. We did get really lucky here with 4 gem of the warlords stacked on top of each other. If you invest into this treasure hunter thing, I think you get duplicates of whatever the drop would have been. And then, yeah, obviously a lot of stuff here. We got a stack of Godwatch spells in a little bit. I do think that I'll be able to get protection, at least like 8 on everything eventually. But I was actually thinking of moving my entire contraption over here. As you can see, I've been building like a diamond house with emeralds gradually. It's been kind of crazy. We can beat this easily. This is no problem. It's just a hassle to do all of this. Yeah, dude. It's all coming along. This reminds me of a Roblox house for some reason. It's probably just because it's all blocks, which would make sense. I just think I built it way too small. If I built it like the other one, I think it would have been pretty crazy. Like, I can always just rebuild it in the future. So, we now do... what is that? 100,000 damage. Got a perfect and we got a normal one. So this perfect one, obviously... Let's see, it doesn't matter if it goes on the crossbow. Oh, I forgot about the crossbow reforge. I think this is just gonna go straight on the weapon though. You see, I need to up my attack damage a little bit more. What? Wait. These numbers are crazy. 115% crit damage? 140%. I'm taking that. Just having this in my offhand alone is gonna bump our damage up a tremendous amount. You know what? Let me try to get a maxed out Brawler's Gem to go on top of the wooden sword. That way we can increase our damage per second by a lot. Yeah, that is gonna work out. Okay, now we should see a fat increase in health. Holy damage. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? The quicker attack speed just bumped their DPS up to like an insane level. People say like, you know, you should spam... Okay, well, if it wasn't a wooden sword, I would spam it with crit damage. But because it's so slow, that is a fat difference. I should probably go get more stuff, but let's see what I can do with just that alone. So we need to take protection. Okay, it's going up to protection 6 now. That's what we currently have. Right. Okay, there we go. Protection 7 for everything. That worked so well, though. Oh! 700% crit damage. Let's get the chest plate to protection 8. The only other accessories that I can get here would be a spellstone, and it would be to upgrade all of these to something that might have crit damage as well. I think we can pretty much go challenge Cisco now. Again, like, how would you define beating this pack? Because if I could say I beat Cisco's without going to the end, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. But then again, you know, some people might say beating it means killing every single boss. Okay, Cisco. This music is getting to my eardrums. But he's not dying, which is a little strange. Oh. He died. If he is not that bad, we could probably just try the same with Cisco as well. Yeah. Jeez, my eardrums, okay. We are doing so much damage now where taking damage probably does not matter. So this is the new boss of this mod pack. I didn't see him last time when I was here. So if this guy is like worse than all the final bosses, I don't know. Let's just see. Oh my word, I didn't even tick the quest chapter yet. So silly, dude. There's no way I just one-shotted the final boss. I don't even think that's the... I wouldn't say that's the final boss though. I still think it's the gateway. Like, why would I farm him? Is it just for the XP? That doesn't make sense to me. Yes, see, because this is all they drop. This, to me, is the final boss of this mod pack, is this gate pull. In all of my videos, well, my 2 videos, I wasn't able to ever complete this. It would be so funny if I'm able to complete this. Yeah, it would just be funny. But I remember something. We're at a point where I don't think we'll get one-shotted, so if something goes wrong, I'll teleport away instead of trying to fly away. If it looks bad, we're getting out of here. There's no way I can still get one-shotted by these guys, but let's see. Whoa! Oh, I wish you guys could see my face. That was quicker than Dragonfire. Is it different? That is so weird. What is going on? Okay, he takes a little bit more damage. Oh, sorry. He's a little bit more tankier, but he's dead. Just like that, he's dead. The Leviathan should spawn in the water. Yes. Is that second phase or is it dead? It's doing something weird and I don't like it. I got it! Oh, don't answer that though. Oh no, it's this thing. That was crazy as well. Dude, get out of the water, man. Ooh. Oh no, that's so bad. It's in the water and I don't like that. I can't do anything when it's in the water. Like, just... What? The gateway imploded because a wave entity ran too far away? Are you kidding me? This guy should, like, insta-die. Yeah. Oh, you got to the second phase. Whoa. I'll do it here because it might be easier then. Dude, I can't get over that. In the Guardian, in the Guardian, in the Guardian. Wait, he's crazy. It's fine, we can out-heal him. It's fine, we're out-healing him. That was so scary because he had a legendary health bar. Whatever you call it. The Leviathan in the water. Yep. Second phase. See, he did damage to me there. But it's fine. Let's just wait for those orbs to land. Yep. Dead. Nice. That did damage to me? It's fine though. Can I get that back from this whale? Dude. That is a fat ancient remnant, but okay. I can do it. He ain't nothing. He ain't nothing on me! We did it! Is there another one? There's another wave. Not even anything here is like important to me. What's in the final wave? Is it gonna spawn Maledictus? I don't even know. I've never made it this far before. Ignis! Let's go! For the first time in a Cisco's mod pack, I was able to complete the Cataclysmic Gate. Is there a perfect hearty jewel in here? No, there's not. Perfect Warlord. Perfect Warlord. Nice. But I kind of want to do it on the bow though, I'm going to be honest. It's only attack damage. We're doing it on the bow. Could we see 1,000,000? I think we just saw 1,000,000 there. So I'm actually going to put like a little guide here for you guys because everyone always asks me how do you get good gear in Cisco's. The most commented thing about my Cisco videos is asking for help on the modpack. The main thing about this modpack, and you have to remember this, and this counts for any modpack with Apotheosis, your weapons and armor do not matter, but if they have stats on them, like the Frostfang or Sylvie set, then they do matter. It's more about the effect that they do rather than what they provide. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you see this wooden sword is now doing 1,000,000 damage. That is because of the gems inside of it, not because it does 4 attack damage. The leather armor, it's not about the leather armor, it's about the protection that I'm putting on it. I'm putting protection 8 and this one is protection 11. Is if you want to get overpowered quickly, you want to build a farm. The other alternative is you just keep looting and stuff, and I don't feel like that makes for a great modpack. I've said this like 1,000 times before. If Cisco went and he made a modpack without Apotheosis and his custom content, it will do really well, because it will actually be difficult. It'll be focused on dodging boss attacks rather than just one-shotting them and setting out a farm for hours. That is a good modpack to me. It's a modpack that takes a lot of skill to get good at. I don't even know, did I even record me killing the Void Blossom? I don't, it, you know, I could just like step inside the aura of the Void Blossom and it would die. Just like the particles falling off my body would kill the Void Blossom. No offense to the Void Blossom. I do not care. Look at, they're just dying. They're dying by attacking me. Ah. Oh, that's not cute. Okay, we've killed Ignis. Okay, what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go kill these top guys so I don't waste my time. We know I'm gonna one-tap everything else. The Void Worm. Oh, but then I have to go to the end, and I do not want to go to the end. I'm not even in the mood to finish the modpack. I'm gonna be honest. Like, Cisco's, this modpack is stupid. The concept, I mean, the concept is there, but I mean, and that's not me clowning on Cisco. I just think that, you know, there's a lot that could be changed about this modpack. Rip. I'm gonna kill Maledictus now, just so that we're on the same page. This is one of the final bosses here. What is bro doing? Oh wait, hostile sounds. How can I forget? I want to hear Maledictus dying. Come here, boy. I have not completed the modpack. I will say I've beat the modpack, but I have not completed it. There's nothing fun about just one-tapping all of these bosses. I would say these two are the hardest here in the Deus chapter. We killed Ignis. Descended Cisco, which I think is the final boss. We beat the Falcon, we beat normal Cisco. I would say if you take away the amount of time I spent farming, I would probably say that I've beat this pack in under 50 days. It's just like the farming takes forever. This modpack isn't unfair, but it is. This modpack is a mess, dude. This is genuinely a mess of a modpack. I would say Dragonfire is probably slightly more balanced. I don't even know. I don't even think so. The thing is, like, if you don't build a gem farm, and you decide to just loot a bunch of dungeons for gems, that's going to take you ages. It could work. It's going to take you ages though. In the early game, if you don't build a gem farm to get overpowered quickly and you just go with some basic progression like getting the special armor sets for damage reduction, that could also work, but then you'll just eventually end up using the Frostfang and the Sylvie set, because if you don't have gems with anything else, then you're going to struggle. I think with that Cataclysmic Gate that we put down, I think Ignis at the end could have one-shotted me. But I killed them first. That's like the premise of this gem mod. But yeah, it was fun beating the pack, guys. See you guys in the next one.